I know Chigs is in here recording or some shit.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know, Chig gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I like you.
Hey guys, it's your boy Chigs Smooth. Today we have Rakira in the building. If you guys don't know who she is, if you guys remember the Trey Songz video, the girl who posted after leaving the club saying all kinds of stuff about Trey Songz.
I feel like the world needs to know and immediately stop supporting Trey Songz. Now, outside of his other allegations, I'm going to say something that is not an allegation. I witnessed it firsthand. At True Lounge, I noticed that not all the women in his section were beautiful. Like, they weren't. But they were all one thing, and that's light complected. And I wondered to myself, well, maybe he just hasn't seen a pretty chocolate girl yet that, you know, he wants to let in his section. Surely Tremaine, you know, the man I grew up with having a crush on, surely Tremaine isn't opposed to having a chocolate girl in his section as long as she's beautiful, right? Fucking wrong. So as I make my way over to the section, hoping that me and my girlfriend can get in the section, but not me. He said because dark-skinned women are weak, and he said he don't want no weak-ass dark-skinned women in his section. He said he already has enough weak women in his section. Now I cannot let any dark-skinned women in his section because you guys are not pretty enough, pretty much. And I was like, what the fuck? And the DJ, he was DJing in the club.
We have her in the building. By the way, if you guys want to go watch that video again, I'm going to edit some parts of it into this video, but I'm going to put the link down there. Make sure you guys go check it out. She basically said that Trey Songz did not want her in his section because he didn't like dark-skinned women. She also said a bunch of stuff, and we're just basically here to clear this up, right? Rakira,
yes.
Tell me your version of what happened that night. And then after that, if you want to take anything back from that video that you made, feel free, but the floor is yours.
So I want to first start by saying I didn't make the video right after leaving the club.
Okay.
I did not make the video. And I didn't say in the video that Trey Songz wouldn't let me in his section because I'm dark-skinned. I never saw Trey Songz. I never actually personally even was in his presence. So this is basically what happened. I'm a full-time student, a full-time mom, single mother to a 5-year-old girl, damn near 30. I never get out much. I don't really, most of my time I'm at home watching anime or like taking care of my daughter. I have a girlfriend. She's like, hey, let's get out. Trey Songz is coming. I'm like, okay. Don't really care. I did used to like Trey Songz back in the day when I was a little girl, like Bottoms Up. I was in high school when that song came out. So yeah, I remember him from back in the day and I was like, cool, whatever, let's go. No big deal. When I do go out, and this is the funniest part about it, because a lot of people were like, you're not section worthy. When I do go out, I'm always in a section. So when I went, I was already in a section.
Now, question.
Yeah.
Now, do you buy your own section or do you just go to random people's?
No, I don't go to random people's sections. I'm invited out to a section. When I go out, it's usually a promoter saying, hey, come hang out with me. I'm going to have a section. I know a lot of the promoters around the city, and they're usually like, hey, come chill with me, come fuck with me. I have this event this day. Come fuck with me. I have this event that day. So it was another one of those situations where I was invited to a section that night. Me and my girl, we went out, we were in the section. And then I noticed adjacent to the stage, another promoter who's pretty popular around our city. And I knew him for a few years as well. I was like, oh, I know him. Let's get closer. Let's go down and get in that section because he's pretty lit. Every time he parties, it's fun. It's drinks. It's always, hey, what's up? Yeah, I went down there and I was literally, this is where Trey's in the camera. This is where he was. I was literally right here. So I wasn't pressed to be next to Trey, literally adjacent to him. So I was in the section having fun for most of the night. Like literally the night was almost over at this time. I looked over into Trey's section and the whole event was a birthday party for a guy. I don't really know if I want to say names right now because I just don't really want to hash that up. But there was a guy in the section. If you look up the night in the event, you'll see it was someone's actual birthday that night. I had a crush on him. I've had a crush on him. He's a very popular DJ around the city, around Los Angeles. And I was like, ooh, I wanna go over there and talk to him. Right. I actually wrote him that night, and I think I sent you proof of me writing him that night and having a conversation with him that night.
Can I put it up here? Can I put it up or not?
You can put that up. Can you kind of like blur out his name?
Yeah.
I don't really want to like drag anybody else into any of the mess that I've been in, but I wanted to get over there to him. I did notice the section was lacking a little bit of chocolate. So in the message, you'll hear me say, y'all need some chocolate over there, but didn't really think much else of it. My intentions were not to get to Trey Songz. I could care less about getting to Trey Songz. Like it wasn't for him. So I walk over, and when I walk over to the section, I see this is an exaggeration. And I think I might have proof of this as well. If I can, I'll give it to you. But I see maybe 6, 7 chocolate darker girls standing at the bottom of the section because there's like a stairs that leads up into the section, and they're standing there and they're like, don't even try it because he's not letting dark-skinned girls in his section. And I'm like, are you serious? And they're like, yeah.
Who told you this?
The other dark-skinned girls that were standing down in that couldn't get in the section. They were saying they're not letting dark-skinned girls in the section right now. Don't even try it. And I was like, now me personally, when I said this, I think I said this in the video, and I'm not the type of person that's gonna like take someone else's word for it. It's not because I didn't believe them. It's not me not trusting women because I'm gonna say this and it's gonna be like, oh, this dumb bitch don't even trust women. No, it's just like, how am I going to put an accusation on somebody unless I hear it myself? So I asked, I walked up and I was like, is it true you guys aren't letting dark-skinned girls in your section? The security guard immediately said he doesn't want any weak-ass dark-skinned girls in his section, man. No weak-ass dark-skinned girls. And I was like, what the fuck? And I asked probably like 3 times to reiterate it so that I wouldn't just be an ass and to say things that aren't true. I said it again. I said, are you really not letting dark-skinned girls in the section? At this point, the host, I said DJ in the video, so that's the one thing I want to change. It wasn't the DJ, it was the host, the person like, yo, welcome, da, 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 da. The host leans over to me and goes, dark-skinned women are beautiful. You guys are goddesses. So don't take it to heart. It's nothing against y'all. This is industry shit. We paid him $30K to be here, and we got to do what he wants us to do. And I was like, wow. Okay. And that was the end of it. Like,
was that Trey's security or the club?
I don't know, but
okay,
I don't know. That's one thing I will say. And I even said that in the original video too as well. Yeah. I don't know if it was actual Trey security, but I know he was the security guard blocking people in and out on behalf of Trey. I don't know. I'll get into that later. Because trust me, it's been a whole debacle. So I'll get into that later. So then me and my friend were like, yeah, that's corny. The friend that I was with, she's very light complected. She's a Afro-Latina girl. Love her. So sweet. Blue eyes, blonde hair. So she was like, that's fucked up. And I'm leaving, right? I leave the club. Then I leave and I'm drinking more. If you notice in video, the sun's coming out. Obviously, the club closes around 2 or 3. It's not right after the club. Obviously, I'm hanging out with more friends. I'm drinking more. I probably shouldn't have been driving because I was still fucking tipsy. And I don't even talk like that. Okay. I probably shouldn't. You're right. I had to get home.
Take an Uber.
You're right. That's something that I probably shouldn't have been doing, but I was still a little bit on the tipsier side when I was driving. So I don't really remember making the video that much. I made it or whatever, posted it to my TikTok, went to sleep. Woke up the next morning and a popular TikToker had reposted it on her page. And I was like, oh my fucking God, this video I made drunk, telling the truth though. That's the craziest. Let's put the emphasis on telling the absolute, not a fucking lie was told. Telling the truth though went viral on TikTok. And I was like, you know what? Delete, because I sound like a fucking idiot. Like, why do I sound like, oh my God? I don't really talk like that. I'm like drunk as fuck. So I deleted it, didn't think anything of it because it's just TikTok. You know, if you know anything about TikTok, the numbers you do on TikTok don't translate usually to any other platform like that. So didn't think anything of it. 3 days later, I wake up again. High school friends that I haven't talked to in years. Yo, you're on No Jumper. Yo, you're on World Star Hip Hop. Yo, you're on Say Cheese. Yo, you're on Baller Alert. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I on all these platforms? And I'm literally getting dragged. Oh, she shouldn't have been trying to fuck a rapist anyway. Oh, how old is she? Like 18? Oh, she's not even dark skinned. My guy, I've been dark skinned my whole life. Now I'm not dark skinned all of a sudden. Now I'm brown skinned. but I was the one being called tar baby and all that stuff growing up. So I know what color I am. Like, I know. Just a whole bunch of misinformation. Oh, she wants to fuck a rapist, or I just was lying. And it's crazy because women who were at this is what I'm going to show you proof of, who were there was like, I was there. She's not lying. No. I was there. She's not lying. And I took screen caps of that. So I think I can find proof of that. They were like, no, I literally was there and she's not lying. They literally weren't letting dark-skinned girls in that section. Now, I don't know if it is something that Trey told him to do or not, but whatever the reason, dark-skinned girls were being denied that section. And it's just the truth. So imagine my dismay to wake up getting called ugly, being called stupid, being called a liar, literally being dragged by other Black people for telling the truth. And people were putting inferences on my personality, on who I am, without even fucking knowing me. So assuming, oh, she wants to go fuck her. I don't fucking care about Trey. It was not about, I wasn't even going there for Trey. You don't know me. Oh, you should have been there, and just making a whole bunch of bullshit up. So this is the part that got the stickiest, is that I got contacted by a few people who claim to be part of Trey's camp. And I don't want to put this on him again because I don't know if they actually were. It could be any fucking body saying they were. But these men were really, 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 really mad. And I think I still have the videos of them literally cursing me out, telling me to take it back, calling me fucking stupid, just like belittling me, telling me I better remove it. I better take that shit down. You better. I'm like, what the fuck? And one guy, we actually had a conversation. He was like, oh, you said we didn't let Black women in the section, and you're a fucking liar. It was full of Black women. And I was like, no, I said that you guys weren't letting dark-skinned women in the section, not Black women. There are plenty of mixed, biracial, super racially ambiguous women in that section. There just wasn't any dark-skinned women in that section. And he was like, well, it sounds like you were trying to say we don't like Black women. I'm like, yeah, that's not what the case is. And I'm literally getting cyberbullied, like terribly, like drugged for fucking filth for telling the truth. And he said, well, you know what? It's cool. We're not going to say anything. Our team isn't going to say anything about it to you or drag you. Don't drag our team, and we'll just let it blow over. We got other shit we got to deal with. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But he said that we didn't tell that security guard to say that. That was just something he did on his own. I don't know who he is. If we can find the security guard, we're going to handle that with him. But we didn't tell him to say that. Okay, fair enough. And that's pretty much how it happened. That's all that happened.
Gotcha. So a couple questions. Do you think that Trey had a right, or whoever's section that was, that they had a right to invite what kind of women that they wanted in there?
I 100% think that Trey has every right to let who he wants in his section. 100%. My discrepancy wasn't with the fact that he didn't want dark-skinned women in his section. Just like you have every right to not let dark-skinned women in your section, as a dark-skinned woman, I have every right to be like, okay, that's cool. Well, dark-skinned women, just so you know, do you want to put your money into somebody who wouldn't party with you? Because the reality is, and something that other people were saying as well, oh, she wouldn't let fat niggas in her section, or she wouldn't let, I'm not shallow enough that I wouldn't party with somebody just because I'm not attracted to them. So that's just me, personally. You don't know me well enough to know who I party with. I hang out with anybody. I don't assume everybody that comes into my section, I'm going to fuck. Are you having fun? We're going to party? You know somebody here? Let's have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, just like he has the right to let who he wants to let in his section, why do I have to be silenced to not let everybody know? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. It's your section. By the way, dark-skinned women, if you want to put your money into this man, he wouldn't even party with you. He wouldn't even let you have fun with him. You're not even worth having fun with him. And I had right to do that. I had the right to tell other dark-skinned women that, so that they knew, if you're putting your money into this man, you're not even worth being around him. And that's my right. Not once did I say Trey has to have dark-skinned women in his section. I didn't say that. He paid for his section or whatever. He's being paid to be there. That's on him. Like, I don't feel obligated to go into anybody's section. And I typically don't section hop. When I'm in the club, it's because I was invited to be there by a promoter.
Right.
I just really was trying to get next to this guy that I've been crushing on for a really long time. And I did see that they were openly letting women into the section. So why wouldn't I try to get closer to the guy that I'm crushing on? Like, if I see that women are just walking up, okay, cool, come in. You know what I'm saying? Why would I assume that my skin wouldn't let me in there? Why would I assume that something's wrong with me that I couldn't get in. I'm not gonna make that assumption. I'm not gonna be like, oh, woe is me. I can't. I'm not pretty enough. I feel like everybody should feel like they're pretty enough to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And if he said no, he said no. If the reason was no, I don't like your outfit. Oh shit. I bet. No, I think you're a little ashy. Oh shit. Bet. But no dark-skinned women at all, no matter how they look. That to me isn't preference, it's discrimination. And you have the right to discriminate, but I got the right to tell people you discriminated. You can't make me not tell people what happened. So that's the big part of it that people are missing. I don't care about being, I don't feel obligated to be, fucking care about that.
So in that video, right, you also mentioned, because you just said it now, that he was also letting in a lot of chicks that were not pretty. So
okay, so what I mean by that is, for me, pretty is how you present yourself, right? For me, pretty is how you carry yourself. There were girls in flip-flops. I got dragged for my outfit, and I literally saw girls in flip-flops being led into the section. And I'm like,
you might have a fetish for that, you know?
I mean, shit, you're right.
You never know.
You never know. You're right about that. Yeah. But that's what I meant by that. I'm a ladies' woman. And you got to also remember, I'm literally tipsy in this fucking video. So half the shit, I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. But the reality is, there were girls who weren't even trying. Like, they weren't even like, it was just like they came with jeans, a t-shirt, and some flip-flops. And it's just like and I'm not lying. You can literally go back. If there's any clips of the section, you will see some women in there just like, oh, they really weren't that dressed up. They really weren't even wearing heels. Like, so it wasn't about, obviously, it had nothing to do with how well I carried myself or didn't carry myself, or the other dark-skinned women didn't carry themselves. Dressed to the motherfucking nines. Dressed to the nines. It wasn't about that. It was literally skin. And that's the point I think Tipsy Me was trying to push across, that no, they weren't looking ashy. They weren't looking dusty. They weren't looking crusty. They were good-looking black women, dark-skinned women that were being denied. And there were some who were just off the basis of their complexion, obviously wasn't fucking giving that much of an effort, was allowed in. And that's what I meant by that. So I think that might be one other thing I want to not take back, but like twist a little bit so you guys can understand what I meant by that. It wasn't, I don't call women ugly. I'm not that person. I don't think I'm better than anybody. It's not me. But when someone isn't fucking trying to be attractive or trying to put their best foot forward, and you're like, bruh, you're in the fucking club in a muumuu. How the fuck did you get in? You know what I'm saying? It kind of drives it home that, yeah, this is a complexion thing. This is a complexion thing. And I asked 3-4 times. So I know it was. So all in all, I literally just told the truth and got dragged for filth by my own people.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have been just from that one video, because it just kind of seemed that you felt super, super entitled to being inside of his section.
How could that inference be made?
Just off you saying, hey, you know, he's not letting in dark-skinned women, but he has a lot of women in there that's not even pretty. Look at me, look at them type stuff. That's how that one video. Look at me and look at them. Yeah.
I don't remember saying, look at me and look at them. I remember saying that he's not letting dark-skinned women in the section, and he let a lot of lighter-skinned women that weren't even pretty in the section.
Right.
Yeah, so that still is a inference you guys are making that doesn't connect. But it's okay, because I know how people are. I know that it's fun to hate people. You see, we live in like a mob mentality society where if one person makes an inference about somebody, that's fun. Let's all hate her right now. Let's all make the same inference. Nothing I said, nothing can logically link back to you guys assuming that I wanted Trey, assuming I thought I was better than everybody. It was just a fun thing to say. And maybe the way I sound, I think for me, I honestly think it was the way I was talking. Just that the inference in the way I was talking, the inflection maybe made people feel like I felt that way, but nothing I actually physically said, nothing that actually came out of my mouth would even lead to that assumption. I didn't say anything. I didn't say I think I'm better than other women. I didn't say I think I should be let in this section. I said he wasn't letting any dark-skinned women in this section. Fuck me. None of us got in. And that's the big part people missed.
Do you still want people to stop supporting Trey Songz? Because you said that.
You know, there are a plethora of reasons why people shouldn't necessarily allegedly there's a plethora of reasons why people can like create their own inference on whether or not they want to support this man or not. I still feel like if in fact it was his calling, dark-skinned women should question their loyalty to somebody who says, you can't even party with us. I'm not trying to fuck you. I can't even be I'm not worthy of breathing your air. That's what that means. And it's not about the way I look. It's my complexion. Because to me, that's
the thing is that, you know, like, that needs to come directly from Trey, right? It can't be like,
yeah, and the thing is that
it can't be somebody from his team, right? If Trey comes out and says that, that's a different story. That's a different ball game. So by you just trying to, you know, kind of make it seem like, yo, his security said this, or that's what Trey said. That kind of looks a little bit wild. Right.
That's 100% the truth, and that's why in the video I said the security guard said it. And if this is on behalf of him, then the funny thing about it is if the original video was actually viewed, in the comments I'm like, is this true, Trey? Please don't tell me this is true. It was a question more than anything. It was like, if this is true, y'all should consider not following him. If this is true, if this came from you. People are missing that. They're completely missing that part. They're just like, yeah, let's fuck what she actually said. Let's forget what she was actually doing. It's just more fun to assume that she was ashy, that's why she didn't get in. Or she wants to be let in anybody's section, that's why she didn't get in. Or she just fucking thinks she's the best. Or she was too young. Or she was like, let's assume these things because it's funner to assume these things and just like drag her. That's fun. So again, if in the original video and on the original caption, I'm literally I added him and I asked him, is this true? So like I said previously, and like you just asked me, people watching this video, please listen. If indeed Trey Songz was the person who directed security to say this, darker skinned women should think about who they're putting their money into. And there's other allegations that go on with him that you also need to think about as well. And I want something else to be very clear, because there was a lot of other women saying, oh, you're supporting a guy who has rape allegations and all that stuff. I didn't spend a fucking hot cent in that club. I was just out with my friend. I would support Hal. I got everything for fucking free the whole time I was there. I wasn't there for him. I didn't put my money into him. I can't remember the last time I bought anything Trey Songz related or did anything that was going to help Trey Songz make any kind of fucking money. So what an inference to make. Because I said when I was in high school, I had a crush on him. What girl didn't have a crush on Trey Songz in high school? I was 14. So I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. I'm not some supporter of Trey Songz. I'm not some person that's not listening to other women. And I did not go to be with, or hang out with Trey. And that's just it.
Gotcha. Is there anything else that you want to clear up from that video? Because I know people are gonna, pick little things that you said out.
You know what? It's cool. I told the truth. Like I think, like I said, the DJ. It wasn't the DJ. It was the host. I was just like tipsy, so I said DJ. It was actually the host. And that really did happen. I know a lot of people were like, it's a long conversation to have. Well, we had it.
Yeah.
It happened. Like, I'm standing 10 toes down on what I said. Even drunk me was telling the fucking truth and wasn't lying. I have no reason to fucking lie. None. Absolutely no reason to lie about it. Like, and that's the thing that was the most disheartening. It was like, fuck, I'm telling the truth and they dragging me. Imagine if I was lying or like exaggerating the situation, but I wasn't. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's what happened. So
now do you think that, maybe you could have approached that maybe a little bit different?
No, absolutely can't be told how to approach a situation when just like he can't be told not to let somebody in his section who was anybody to tell me how I'm supposed to feel about somebody being discriminatory towards darker skinned women. Not just me, other darker skinned women that I know are the reason his pockets are lined. No one can tell me how to react. It's just the reality of it. People want to tell me how to react. They don't want to tell him not to be colorist.
But I'm talking about specifically, because you said that you went there because of Trey's friend.
No, I went.
Was there a different way you could have gone about to, try to get his attention rather than
I did. I tried writing him, but it was his birthday. and he was like having fun. And I don't know if it's Trey's friend, because when Trey's camp came into my DMs, I was like, bro, I was literally trying to talk to this guy. And like, who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? And I'm like, oh, that's the guy I was trying to talk to. I mean, you guys, he was on all the posters. It was his birthday. It was literally his birthday.
Was he with Trey in that same section?
In the same section. He was literally right next to Trey. And I'm like, y'all don't know him, but it was his birthday.
Okay.
You know? And yeah, I even told him that. I was like, yeah, I was trying to talk to him or whatever. And I showed you that I did try writing him, but I couldn't expect him to see it. He didn't see it until probably right around the time I was actually filming the video drunk. And because it was like 5 a.m. and he was like, oh, sorry, I didn't see your message. So for me, it was less about me not being let in the section, because I don't fucking care. Like, it's funny. Everybody was like, oh, she's just a pretty girl who's never been told no. Oh, I'm sorry. The last time I checked, between the years of 2007 to 2017, DarkSkin wasn't the shit to be. You think I've just been always somebody that everybody just always wanted? I never got told no. I never got turned down. I have no character. I'm just this bitch that thinks she's a shit. Like I said, I'll be in the house watching anime half the time. That's not me. You guys are putting a personality on me without knowing me based off a minute-long video while I was tipsy. And that's all there is to it.
Got you. Hey, appreciate you for coming on here and just clearing things up. Go ahead and give them your Instagram and your TikTok and your Twitter if you have all that.
I do. Okay, so my Instagram is I am Rakyra. It's spelled just like that, but without the apostrophe. So just I am RKYRA. I had to make a new Twitter recently because the last one got banned. So it's okay. It's Rakyra. Okay. ITSRKYRA, again, no apostrophe. And then my TikTok is Chelsea Rakyra, because my first name is actually Chelsea. So, but I don't go by that. So it'll be Chelsea and then RKYRA. That's my TikTok.
Gotcha. And now, what if guys want to slide into your DMs?
Oh God, I mean, it happens all the time. Like,
okay, so that's cool.
I mean, that's cool. It happens all the time. Like I said.
All right.
I'm not pressed about no attention from no Trey. I'm not pressed to get no section, because there's never been a time I've gone out and not been in a section. It's cool.
For sure. Rakyra, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right.
All right. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Take care.